Welcome to A Healthy Bite. You're one nibble closer to a more satisfying way of life, a healthier you, and bite-sized bits of healthy motivation. Now let's dig in on the dish with Rebecca Huff.
Hey, it's Rebecca, and today I'm here with my friend Jessica, who is the founder and creator of Holistic Keto Goddess. We are going to be talking a little bit about the ketogenic diet. I believe that this has a lot to do with why people can't sleep, and that is EMFs. Can you go into that a little bit?
Sure. EMFs basically stand for their electromagnetic fields, and basically we get what they are is radiation that we are getting from our cell phones, like smartphones, computers, TVs, microwaves. Nowadays, I've heard that even washing machines and vacuum cleaners, like household appliances, are emitting this radiation. So it's everywhere. So it's like, what do we do? It's like we can't really live without these devices. I mean, we can't just toss our computer away or our smartphone. So, I mean, I guess we just have to kind of adjust. I mean, luckily there are things that we can get to help mitigate this radiation. But anyway, back to some of the problems that they cause. I've read anywhere from chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, autism, hypothyroidism, diabetes, Alzheimer's. I'm sure you've heard all this. Some other ones that it's like cancer. I've had a few patients that have had, it's like they continuously use their cell phone on one side, and they've had what they call a glioblastoma on that side that we found, and you're seeing more and more people like that now.
Yeah.
Or tumors in their heart. I mean, it's constant, and people they're kind of just ignorant to this. Either that, or they just don't want to accept it. They think it's some kind of, I don't know, like a conspiracy theory. I don't know. So
Yeah.
It's
and
really,
so, I mean,
weird.
But there are things you can do about it. And one thing that I have an earthing mat. I'm sure you've heard of earthing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So you can get a mat, and it's like grounding. And so you put it, say, like, for example, this is my workspace, and the mat goes like underneath the desk, and you can put your feet on it throughout the day. So
yeah, okay.
That's really
Nice.
cool. And then another thing that I've done is, I don't know if you've seen these or not. This is Pella puts this out. I actually got this because I am into waste-free living and stuff and trying to reduce waste. And this is like, yeah. So this is compostable, like a zero waste type phone case, but they have these little inserts that you can put in that will reduce radiation, but it doesn't interfere with reception. And you just get it and like stick it into your
Where did you get that pellet?
Yeah, I'll send you the link. It's
Yeah,
super
send me
cool.
the link on that.
So
Yeah.
I bought one of these for all of our phone cases, and it's I'll put the link in there. So if you're listening, read more about how it works, but it draws the radiation like away from your body. I don't know, but it's pretty cool. So, and my son, he's very techie, and he's like, oh, I can't believe you believe that conspiracy theory about the EMFs and stuff. And I'm like, well, let's just say if I'm wrong, I spend a little money on something extra. But if I'm right, and I don't do anything about it, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I'd rather err on the side of caution and try to avoid it if I can. So, yeah, I get that. It's, some people think it's hokey or whatever, but I'm going to err on the side of caution.
And I think part of the problem is we don't have long-term studies of what these things do to us.
Exactly.
Okay. Because you think about it, it's just like these smartphones are just coming to pass over the last 10, 11, 12 years. We've really, I remember I first got my iPhone back in 2011, and they had been out for just a few years then. So we don't have long-term data. It's just like, I always compare it to like the tobacco companies and cigarette smoking. Okay. For the longest time, people were like, oh, this is great. Let's smoke.
It relaxes you.
It was cool. It relaxes you. Well, once they got long-term data and they started figuring out that big tobacco was killing people, and all the litigation started to occur. So it's the same thing. We are in the infancy of all this stuff, and so we don't really know. But you know what? Like, you buying stuff to protect yourself, and I'm about that too. And we were looking into, my husband and I were looking into, it's called a key device. It's spelled QI. The thing is they're kind of pricey, but they really help with the radiation. And you can get one for your home that will cover like up to 3,000 square foot of your house.
Wow.
Or you can get one for like a big building, like a 3-story building. You can also get one to carry in your purse, or like, I don't know if you could probably, a guy could probably put it in their pockets. I'm not sure, but that one will cover up to about 3 to 5 feet of radiation. So there are things, I don't have one of these yet, but I was looking into getting one. I was looking definitely. What we do at night is we turn off our Wi-Fi, because I feel like the Wi-Fi interferes with my sleep. So, and I try to do things like I put my phone in airplane mode if I'm carrying it on me, or I just try to do little things to try to help. So.
Yeah, I agree. I also put my phone on airplane mode. I know some people don't do that. Like my husband won't, because, he thinks if someone were to try to, like an emergency kind of situation, but I definitely put mine on, and I make my kids do that as well.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, that's important to be aware of these things at least. Then you can make, based on knowledge, as opposed to just not even knowing about it. I think it's really important to at least look into these things and see what you can do about it. Well, thank you for being here today. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge with us.
Thank you. Thanks, Rebecca.
Thanks for listening. Please rate and review so other people can learn about this podcast. Find out more about sleep, hygiene, eating healthy, tasty recipes, zero-waste lifestyle, and lots more on thatorganicmom.com. Help us spread the word. Be blessed and stay healthy.